know I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is
yeah.
that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
I mean, she's my teammate, she's my business partner, she's my manager, she's my lawyer, she's my lover, she's my baby mama to be, she's my everything, you know?
I don't know, I want to find my right house that I'm excited about, and maybe have a kid, you know? Yeah.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the real tea never sleeps. Did Meagan Good just drop the biggest surprise of the year? Word on the curb is she might be expecting, and the whispers are getting so loud even her ex-husband Devon Franklin can't ignore them. But get this, she's not just glowing up solo. She's doing all this while playing happy home with none other than Jonathan Majors, the same man still trying to shake off the spotlight from those recent courtroom headlines. Yeah, this one's messy. Now here's where it gets wild. Meagan once told Devon she wasn't trying to have a baby, point blank. So imagine how deep it cut when she popped up looking booed up and possibly bumping with another man. Sources say Devon's been feeling the heat, not just confused, but heartbroken in a way he didn't see coming. We're talking late-night messages, old memories creeping back, and even folks close to him saying he's been questioning the entire marriage. Even though Devon's been spotted with someone new, it's clear that Meagan's next chapter is hitting him right in the soul. And the fans are eating it up. They're asking, why is Devon suddenly making moves like he wants a do-over? Is he regretting how things ended? Or is it that he finally realizes what he lost, now that she's building something with someone else? But that's not all. Devon's been out here on social media, and let's just say the man is spiraling. He's been posting all kinds of deep quotes, emotional captions, and heartstring-pulling content that's got everybody raising eyebrows. For someone who's moved on, he's sure been dropping major signs that he's stuck in the past. And Meagan? She and Jonathan Majors have been glued at the hip, despite all the rumors and noise. They've been out here moving strong, with sources even hinting that they may have secretly made it official already. If that's true, then Devon's public spiral is making even more sense. Now let's talk about the energy shift that's got everybody watching Meagan and Jonathan like a live premiere. From the looks of it, these two have locked in for real, committed, unbothered by the noise, and actually thriving in the middle of all the headlines. That pressure, it's been gluing them tighter together. And at this point, a baby was practically the next move. Even though they've kept their business low-key, the signs have been there for months. From subtle captions to cozy interviews and even those red carpet stares, you could feel it. They've been dropping hints like confetti that they're getting serious about building a future. And now that a baby might be in the mix, the proof is in the reactions, especially Devon Franklin's. Because let's keep it real, this isn't just a surprise to him, it's a heart check moment. Devon's not just shocked, he's clearly dealing with some pain. And not just any kind of pain. We're talking about the type that hits deep. Meagan may be expecting with someone new, but what's got Devon spiraling is that she's giving another man what she told him was off the table, starting a family. That's the real sting. Seeing someone else get the part of her he prayed for during their marriage. So how did it all break loose? A few days ago, Jonathan Majors casually posted a little workout video of him and Meagan doing their usual couple gym thing. Nothing too wild, right? Except this one came with a twist. Fans locked in fast. Meagan looked different. Real different. She was rocking what looked like the early signs of a baby bump, and it wasn't some camera trick. But here's where it got loud. While Jonathan was hyping her up during the workout, he casually dropped a line that hinted at the pregnancy, like it was no big deal. But the internet? They caught it instantly. That one line sent timelines into overdrive, and suddenly people were treating it like an unofficial baby reveal.
Her belly does look fit. Who knows if she's pregnant? I can't call it. Love you. All right, y'all, that's it. Goodbye. Peace.
Now listen, something about the vibe between Meagan and Jonathan just felt different lately. Maybe it was just the shock of everything coming out so fast, but the body language, the looks, that little shift in energy, it gave away way more than they probably meant to. Honestly, this pregnancy isn't giving surprise. It's giving planned and purposeful. Let's not pretend Meagan hasn't been dropping clues. Baby fever, yeah, she had it turned up lately, and fans caught on fast. The moment that divorce from Devon Franklin was wrapped up, it was like something clicked in her spirit. Because let's not forget, while she was married to Devon, Meagan made it super clear that she wasn't looking to have kids. She spoke on it multiple times, No baby plans, not even thinking about it. But right after the breakup, boom, a whole new energy. She was out here embracing change, dropping little gems about new chapters and starting fresh. And next thing you know, interviews start popping up where Meagan was confidently saying she was open to being a mom. It wasn't just a maybe. She sounded ready. And in one sit-down not too long after the split, she looked at peace, even a little freed up. She said she was considering motherhood seriously, and you could feel that it wasn't just talk. She looked relieved, like the pressure was off and the choice was finally hers.
Final question for you. What do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about, and maybe have a kid. You know? Yeah.
And just when people thought Meagan might have been playing around with the idea, boom! She went and doubled down during a sit-down with Scott Evans a few weeks ago. That interview? It had folks doing double takes. Meagan didn't dance around the topic. She came in real confident, real settled, and let the world know she was all in when it came to motherhood. She wasn't giving maybe one day vibes at all. She made it loud and clear. She was ready, and not just in theory. Meagan basically said she and Jonathan weren't just talking about starting a family, they were already moving like it was in motion. People caught on fast to how smooth she was with the hints too. The way she spoke, like someone who already had the nursery Pinterest board filled and baby names picked out. This wasn't a wish, it was a plan, and she was stepping into that chapter full force.
I know I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
Was there something that happened? Was there did you see a baby, you were holding a baby, and you were like, uh-oh, the feeling that people talk about is happening?
I think it's more, because even my sister tell you, when she got pregnant with my first nephew, she was like, I had to tell you something. I was like, okay, what? She's like, you can be her. We actually had this moment somewhere else, but just tell me you're pregnant. I'm gonna tell you my response.
Okay, so Megan, I gotta tell you something.
What?
So, we're pregnant. You're gonna be an auntie. I'm gonna have a baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Why? Right now? Wow, Caesar, wait, wow.
Did you say why, or did you?
I wouldn't be able to do anything. That was my response.
You did not say why.
I said right now.
Right. But we have so many
she
plans.
was like 33. But I will say, I think even that put me back a little bit, because I was like, ooh, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But I think even now, I'm just super ready, because I think there was a fear that life would turn into Groundhog's Day. And I think now, honestly, in huge part to Jonathan, because I knew I wanted to be a mom before Jonathan. I knew I was about ready before Jonathan.
Yep.
But I'm ready right now, because I have so much fun with him, and because I know that it's not gonna become Groundhog's Day. I know that me and him are gonna be backpacking over here, and we're gonna be over here producing this movie that I might be directing and he might be producing, or he might be starring, and our kids are gonna be with us in Africa, wherever it is. But I just know that even if we're not moving around a lot, that the way that we move, I really, really love. And the way that we do life, I really, really love.
And that your tribe will go with you.
Yes, and,
You know
and even
I mean?
if we don't go anywhere, it's just the texture of what the quality of life looks like.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
Fast forward to today, and it's looking like we're on the verge of seeing a little Meagan Jr. or baby Majors stepping onto the scene. That glow Megan's been rocking? Yeah, it's got everyone side-eyeing and whispering. It's that glow. But while fans are split because of Jonathan Majors' public past, there's one person who clearly ain't celebrating, and that's Devon Franklin. Word is, Devon's been moving real different lately. Not naming names, but throwing out subliminal messages so loud, you'd think he was writing lyrics. The man is clearly feeling some type of way, and it's deeper than just a broken heart. Streets are buzzing that Devon is still holding out hope for Meagan, and not the maybe one day type. He's allegedly in his R&B bag, full 90s throwback mode, trying to get his girl back. Think, please forgive me, I know I messed up energy. It's giving emotional voicemail, late night playlist, heart on sleeve vibes, and here's the kicker. Sources claim Devon's not just sad, he's active. Behind the scenes, he's allegedly been reaching out, trying to tell Meagan that their story isn't over, that the baby she's possibly having with Jonathan doesn't have to be the final chapter between them. But while Meagan's clearly moved forward, Devon, not so much. He's holding on tight, and now insiders say he's stepping things up even more. Allegedly, Devon's been pushing hard to get Meagan to reconsider the entire relationship, going as far as to question whether Jonathan's really the right person to build a future with. And here's where it gets messier. He's not just throwing shade, he's reportedly coming with stats. Sources say Devon's been pointing out research and real-life data about how many relationship problems tend to spike during pregnancy. He's allegedly referencing Jonathan's past legal issues, which are still a hot topic online, as proof that Meagan should think twice before locking it all in. Word out here on the block is that Devon's been moving behind the scenes, warning Meagan that this whole baby situation might be setting her up for trouble. Sources say he's quietly been trying to pull her away from Jonathan before anything spirals out of control. Now, whether that's out of real concern or just heartbreak dressed up as protection, that's the question. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. But let's keep it real. Devon's red flags aren't just pulled from thin air. This isn't brand new. Jonathan's name has already been tangled in controversy before. When he first got with Meagan, he was still deep in a legal situation tied to accusations made by his former partner, Grace Jabari. She claimed there was a serious incident during their time together, and it had everyone raising eyebrows at the timing of his new relationship. While some folks were cheering for Jonathan and Meagan, saying things like he found his peace or calling her his modern-day Coretta, a whole lot of others were shaking their heads like, "Girl, are you sure about this?" Jonathan, for his part, denied the allegations, but the story took a serious twist when audio clips surfaced and went viral. Recordings where his own voice seemed to confirm that there had been a physical altercation between him and Grace. He admitted to actions that caused serious emotional distress, and that clip flipped the whole internet on its head. Whatever doubt existed before, gone in a flash. For a lot of people, that was all the proof they needed to change their stance. Public opinion did a full 180, and suddenly, Meagan's love story started looking way more complicated. Devon's warnings might not be landing how he hoped, but he's not staying quiet. And if what we're hearing is true, he's ready to keep pushing until Meagan sees things his way.
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. I mean, it's just, I've never, high aggressive. Like,
you strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So
because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly that.
Something inside of you.
Yeah,
Things really turned heads when Meagan and Jonathan announced their engagement, and you already know the internet lit up fast. A lot of folks felt like something didn't sit right, speculating that Jonathan might be using Meagan as a way to rehab his public image after all that negative press. And let's be honest, the timing had people side-eyeing everything. What really sent folks into a frenzy, though, were the rumors that Meagan was carrying the financial weight in their relationship. Yep, insiders spilled that she's been covering almost every expense, from household bills to even luxury extras. One report by the Jasmine brand claimed that Meagan dropped a wild $75,000 for dog training. That's not just obedience school. That's full elite dog boot camp status. People couldn't believe it. One user said, not her writing a check like she hired the dog whisperer himself. And if that wasn't enough, another claim popped off that made fans do a double take. Word is, Meagan has also allegedly been helping cover child support payments for Jonathan's daughter. Most fans didn't even know he had a daughter, so the rumor hit like a lightning bolt. Supporting your partner is one thing, but paying child support for a child that's not yours? That had social media calling it a whole sponsorship deal. People started joking that it wasn't giving power couple, it was giving financial assistant. Some even used the slang, it's giving hobo love, the kind where someone moves in for the love and the rent. But the tea didn't stop there. According to whispers on the scene, Meagan may be burning through her own savings trying to keep everything afloat. Allegedly, she's been covering so much of Jonathan's lifestyle that it's starting to affect her bank account in a real way. One source even claims she's stretching things so thin, it could start touching her mortgage if it keeps up like this. Now here's where things really get deep. Meagan apparently didn't walk into this with blinders on. She knew what she was getting into. In a recent interview on the Today Show with Jenna and Friends, Meagan openly shared that almost everyone around her had something to say about her new man. Friends, family, even folks in the industry reportedly waved red flags left and right, warning her that Jonathan might bring more stress than peace. But despite all the warnings, Meagan chose to stand by him, staying loyal and pushing forward in their relationship no matter what came their way.
It's been really wonderful. And yeah.
Did any friends advise you, like, he's in the middle of legal troubles, why don't you wait a beat? Why don't you wait to see how everything kind of shakes out?
Yeah, every friend advised me.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, one thing I know is I can always look myself in the mirror when I trust my spirit, when I trust God, when I ask God, and when I, move to the beat of my own drum. I can always look and say, okay, I'm proud of that. No matter whatever happens, I have peace in my heart and I have harmony in my heart. And it's only when I do something based on someone else saying, well, I think you should do this. And I take everyone I love's opinion and advice into account for sure. But, at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life, and I'm the one who has to, get to heaven one day prayerfully and give God an account of what I did. And so I want to be responsible for the choices that I make. And I also want to live the life that I want to live.
Devon might be speaking some truth when he hints that Jonathan Majors could be using Meagan Good to fix his image and climb back into Hollywood's good graces. A lot of folks agree that their relationship sometimes feels more like a carefully crafted campaign than a genuine love story. And from the outside looking in, it's giving more strategy than soul. But let's flip the script for a second. Fans haven't forgotten how Meagan's marriage with Devon ended either. They're saying Devon shouldn't play the sympathy card too heavy because Meagan didn't just bounce for no reason. People close to the situation always felt that the dynamic between them started cracking way before the final split. Devon, being a well-known preacher and author, was reportedly big on keeping up appearances. And word is, Meagan was expected to mold herself into the ideal image of the pastor's wife. But Meagan's always been a free spirit. That kind of pressure wasn't from what to wear to how to act to what roles she could take. It all started stacking up over time. She didn't just leave the marriage, she left a version of herself behind that no longer felt authentic. It was like she was constantly having to dim her light just to fit into someone else's vision. And fans could feel it. They noticed how she slowly began losing that spark, trading her bold energy for quiet compromise. And the real tension? It didn't just come from inside the relationship. Meagan was reportedly catching major heat from people in Devon's church community. We're talking harsh judgment, whispers behind her back, side eyes on Sunday, and straight up spiritual gatekeeping. They looked at her like she wasn't worthy of standing beside a man of faith, questioning everything from her past career choices to her public image. Let's be real. This wasn't light shade, it was relentless. Folks were digging up old interviews, movie roles, and Instagram posts just to critique her. Meagan wasn't just being judged, she was being picked apart by people who barely knew her. And all that weight, it got too heavy to carry. She tried to stick it out, tried to push through the noise, but in the end, that judgment made her feel more isolated than supported. Eventually, she pulled away, not just from the marriage, but from the church altogether. In one of her interviews, she opened up about it. You could hear the emotion in her voice as she talked about how deeply the criticism affected her. She said the negativity from certain church circles was so heavy, it nearly broke her spirit. She stopped attending services altogether because she couldn't take the constant feeling of being under a microscope. It wasn't just about religion anymore. It was about survival, about finding peace, clarity, and keeping her mental health together in the middle of all the noise. That's when people started to see the real reason Meagan stepped away. It wasn't a lack of love. It was the lack of space to just be herself.
When Devon and I got married, I no longer was receiving criticism from just people in the world. I was receiving criticism from people who were Christians. It was it was almost kind of like brutal attacks I was getting on my character, on my husband, on different things. And so I wasn't ready for that. And I think the first maybe 2.5 years that I was married,
Things really hit a boiling point during a live speaking event that Meagan and Devon were both at back when they were still together. In the middle of the crowd, a woman actually stood up and put Meagan on blast right there in front of everybody. No filter, no respect. She questioned Meagan's outfit and straight up tried to shame her in public, saying she didn't look like someone who should be married to a pastor. The energy shifted instantly. You could feel the tension in the room and all eyes locked on Meagan. Devon had no choice but to jump in. He defended his wife right then and there, trying to shut it down fast. But even though he stepped up in that moment, the damage was already done. That moment got caught on camera and spread online like wildfire. The clip went viral, and it stirred up even more drama Meagan had already been fighting through.
It's not offensive, but I was at the grocery store, and I looked at a newsstand, and I saw you, and you had your breast shot. Okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
Go ahead.
It's all right. It's all right.
So I wasn't gonna come here. I wasn't. But the Lord brought me here to see you. You're beautiful.
Meagan really went through the fire during her time with Devon, from public pressure to personal sacrifice. And that's exactly why fans were cheering when she finally stepped out and started doing life her way. She took her power back, no apologies, no regrets. But even after the divorce papers were signed and sealed, Devon just couldn't let go. He kept spinning the block, interviews, social media posts, and those mysterious emotional quotes that screamed heartbreak without saying her name. People saw straight through it. And let's not forget that moment on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, the one that had everyone side-eyeing their screen. Devon got real about how the breakup shook him, admitting he was having a tough time finding his footing while Meagan looked like she was glowing and thriving. One moved on, the other still stuck in rewind.
On the other side of a marriage that did not work the way you thought, it changes everything. It's painful. You know, I just bought a piece of property, first piece of property, in the contract. Devon Franklin, an unmarried man. I might have well broken down because I never saw this moment. When we said I do, there was never a moment when we were thinking I don't. So to live in the I don't,
that's pain.
you don't know what it's like until you.
And while Devon was out here spiraling online, dropping emotional breadcrumbs like it was a trail back to Meagan's heart, she was doing the total opposite. Booked, glowing, and staying all the way unbothered. She kept it cute, low-key, and focused on her glow-up without saying a single word about him. She let her moves, not her mouth, do the talking. But then, the whole vibe shifted the minute Meagan popped out with Jonathan Majors. From red carpets to matching fits, it was giving we outside energy, but also came with baggage. His public drama, legal issues, and everything swirling around his name made folks pause. The same fans who once hyped her up were suddenly side-eyeing everything, wondering if she was moving a little too fast with the wrong dude. And now, boom, pregnancy rumors hit the scene and it's chaos all over again. Devon, who was preaching peace and healing in every interview, allegedly slid right back into the picture. Word is he's been telling close friends that he's open to giving it another go, even though he's got someone new on his arm. Wild, right? So here we are, caught in the middle of a real-life emotional triangle nobody saw coming. Devon's in the shadows, Jonathan's front and center but dragging controversy behind him, and Meagan? She's in the spotlight trying to balance love, loyalty, and what might be a growing family. The real question, is Devon really trying to get his woman back out of love or just trying to win a game he already lost? Because from the way Meagan's been moving, she's already 10 steps ahead. And this drama is only getting juicier, so go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Meagan's making the right move, or is Devon just showing up a little too late? Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust me, my stars and hushers, the next chapter in this Hollywood roller coaster is coming in hot. See you in the next one.